Hello, and thank you for joining us for another instalment in our series of videos on our General Graduate Development Programme. My name is Natalie Hannan and I'm the Early Careers Manager here at Wellcome, but I'm going to play a very small part in today's video because the main focus is going to be to hear from Charlotte and Peter, two of our current graduates, about their experiences in our engagement and communications related rotations. So I'll pass over to Charlotte first of all.
So, hi, I'm Charlotte. So I graduated in 2015 with a degree in social anthropology from the London School of Economics. I then worked for a year at the Royal College of Radiologists as a kind of policy and professional development trainee before coming to Wellcome. My first rotation was in the public engagement team, and then for my second rotation I chose the media team. There were kind of several reasons why I chose the media team specifically. Firstly, I was really keen to improve my writing skills, and I felt I'd be able to do this in comms. I also wanted to experience a different way of working. I understood that comms had much shorter deadlines and lots of kind of smaller projects at once. So the kind of things that I was working on when I was in that team, I wrote news stories for the Wellcome Trust website, kind of covering things from our science topics right across to culture and society. I also managed the day-to-day running of the Wellcome Trust Twitter account. I've never had any experience in running social media before, so that was really exciting. And I also was involved in kind of pitching some of the Wellcome Collection exhibitions to journalists in order to ensure coverage. So the kind of skills you develop in a comms role, specifically in media, are kind of proactive and reactive media relations, so lots of answering inquiries from journalists on the phone and via email, and kind of making sure you respond really quickly. Also, I feel like in this role I gained much better time management skills. There's lots of projects to balance at once in the comms team. Like I said, writing skills, both for the website and writing press releases, and social media, kind of learning to use different scheduling tools, and also assessing impact and learning from things which went really well. So being in comms is a really good rotation for a grad because it helps give you a sense of the whole organisation, and you see how different departments fit together. I also think it gives you a sense of how Wellcome are going about presenting themselves to the wider world. And comms and engagement are a really important part of what Wellcome does generally, to kind of ensure that the public are aware of the work that we do, both in science, public engagement, innovations, and it's kind of crucial in maximising the impact of Wellcome's work. After I was in the media team, I moved on to the Culture and Society Directorate, where I'm working on much longer projects, and it's kind of a more in-depth view rather than a kind of big picture perspective which you get in comms.
Hi, so my name's Peter Williams, and before coming to Wellcome I studied history at SOAS and graduated in 2016. Before doing that I worked for Resources for Autism, which work with young people on the autistic spectrum, and I was the delegate account manager for a sustainability company. A bit about the rotation that I did, my previous rotation. I worked in the CNS Directorate, which is sort of, I guess, responsible for driving the vision for the Culture and Society division. So I guess what it does is it provides the strategic direction for the division as well as the operational support that it gives. Why I chose the role was partly because of the manager. I had a very good manager, and he was able to support me and to push me out of my comfort zone. I wanted to get a better understanding of the Culture and Society division and how that fits into the Wellcome Trust's mission of improving health. And I kind of wanted to have an opportunity to meet lots of people across the trust from different levels. I guess what the skills I learnt from this rotation was communication skills, influencing skills, having to speak to different teams about their operational plans, as well as their strategies. I also learnt skills in terms of data analytics, dealing with large amounts of data, which again I wasn't quite used to. It brought me out of my comfort zone, and I learnt some written skills because I did lots and lots of report writing. Projects that I worked on was working on the Success Outcomes Framework for the Wellcome Collection, which is a project that measures the indicators of measuring success, and I also worked on the access strategy with the Wellcome Collection, and finally the audience development and evaluation. Currently what I'm doing now is I'm working in the international engagement team, that's part of public engagement, and I'm working on an open space collaborative platform that works with practitioners and researchers to provide support and resources.
Cool, thank you very much. So thank you to Charlotte and Peter for sharing their insights on the rotations they've completed in engagement and communications. So as well as media, public engagement and the CNS Directorate, other rotations that would sit within this area are things like working on social media, working in the press office, education and Wellcome Collection, both in kind of exhibitions and the marketing and communication side as well. We do find that lots of our graduates spend time in a rotation that's linked in this area, but lots of people that have spent a lot of time in this area have gone on to work in things like, we've secured graduates have stayed on and worked in the education team, in the media team, and those that haven't stayed with Wellcome have gone on to work in curation and to work in marketing as well at other charities and museums. So it is a really great basis to develop a range of skills and to kind of springboard into a range of different careers postgraduate scheme. So that's the end of what we want to cover when it comes to our engagement and communications rotations. Just a reminder that applications are open now and they will close on the 27th of November, and we very much hope to see an application from you soon. Thank you very much for listening.